I usually never talk about tanks being overpowered to War Thunder. However, in the recent months I have noticed one ground unit standing out from all the vehicles available. That would be the M22 Locust in the American Tech Tree. Sitting in the BR of 2.0, it is clearly undertiered. As far as rank 1 ground forces go, the M22 Locust meets all the criteria to qualify as one of the best vehicles in game. Now, don't get me wrong, all playable nations have great vehicles, but the M22 Locust just overlooks them all. To keep this video short, I'm only going to be concentrating on the most important parts, such as armament, mobility, and protection. But before we get into it, I want to mention this entire video is a parody of Spookston's videos. It is not intended to make fun or mock off Spookston content. It's simply here for entertainment purposes only. After watching this video, please go ahead and subscribe to Spookston. You should check them out. Link is in the description. Now, back to the video. First up, I want to talk about the armament of the Locust. In War Thunder, the M22 comes with a 37mm M6 cannon that can penetrate up to 87mm with the APC-BC M51B1 round. That means that it can penetrate more than some selected tank destroyers at the same battle rating. In reality, the cannon only supported APC-BC-T M51 rounds that can only penetrate 61mm of armor at point-blank range. As such, the Locust can deal more damage to enemy vehicles in War Thunder. Which isn't particularly a bad thing, but just keep it in mind. This brings me back to the reality aspect of the M22. After close examination, you can clearly see some major differences. In War Thunder, the Locust can reach up to 57 km/h in realistic battles. However, in reality, the Lycoming 6-cylinder engine made it reach up to 64 km/h. Taking that into consideration, it becomes clear that it is clearly one of the more mobile tanks in the game. As you could have guessed already, the American tanks had weaker protection than its German counterparts at the time, but that doesn't mean it's particularly badly protected. When putting the tank into the right angle, the turret can reach up to 120mm of effective thickness. It's still lightly armored on the sides, but enemies rarely even get the time to concentrate fire on your side. With a stock crew, the reload time is 3.7 seconds. As such, it can deal some pretty good damage to flight targets in a short amount of time, such as the early Panzer III for example. Also, with the vehicle's height only being 6'1", it can execute point-blank range attacks and mostly get away with it, since most ground forces only have a gun depression of -10 degrees. In conclusion, the M22 is one of the most effective ground units that has battle rating, since it combines mobility and firepower into one tank. That's probably an exaggeration, but the point is, the M22 can get a decent amount of kills in game. I rarely see a Locust having less than 3 kills in my games, but it still doesn't make the vehicle heavily overpowered. It has some weak points, however, the fast reloading gun makes up for it. At the very least, I think the M22 could be moved up to 2.7, so it faces more experienced players. However, with this change, I would also like to see the addition of 2-inch smoke bombs launchers on the turret, since they have been added on the M22 and the British service. I'm not super creative in battle scene proposals, so leave your comments and suggestions in a comment. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.